Good morning. We begin today with a high-profile documentary release that is drawing intense scrutiny over its cost, its promotion, and its public reception. Melania Trump's much-anticipated documentary has made its debut, and early indicators point to a significant commercial disappointment. Despite unprecedented financial backing, the film is struggling to attract audiences, raising serious questions about judgment, priorities, and the use of power and influence. Amazon MGM Studios reportedly paid $40 million for the documentary's distribution rights, the highest amount ever paid for a documentary. To put that figure into perspective, it surpasses investments made in major investigative films, award-winning nature documentaries, and projects that have driven real social change. That investment did not stop there. Amazon is said to have spent an additional $35 million on marketing, bringing the total reported cost to $75 million. The film itself focuses largely on Melania Trump's preparations during the 20 days leading up to the presidential inauguration, including meetings, planning sessions, and behind-the-scenes moments inside the White House. Despite the scale of this investment, the documentary's opening weekend projections range between $1 and $5 million, with most estimates clustering around $3 million. That figure stands in sharp contrast to its reported budget. The film opened in approximately 2,000 theaters across the United States and 5,000 worldwide, supported by extensive promotion, including repeated endorsements from former President Donald Trump on his social media platform. However, reports circulating online show screenshots from theater booking platforms indicating numerous screenings with little to no attendance, including in traditionally conservative states where stronger turnout might have been expected. Late-night television has also taken notice. Host Jimmy Kimmel has repeatedly referenced the documentary, describing it as a $75 million project with minimal public interest. He suggested that despite the extensive promotion, the film may quickly fade from public attention. Kimmel also reacted to Melania Trump's comparison of the documentary to productions involving global music icons such as Michael Jackson and the Rolling Stones, a comparison that drew widespread criticism and ridicule. Additional controversy surrounds reports that two-thirds of the New York-based production crew requested their names be removed from the film's credits. While the reasons have not been formally disclosed, the move has added to the growing criticism surrounding the project. Financial details of the deal have further fueled debate. Reports indicate that Melania Trump is expected to personally receive approximately $28 million from the agreement, regardless of the film's performance. The documentary also benefited from White House screenings, premieres in more than 20 cities, and promotion that critics say blurred the line between public office and private commercial interests. A screening reportedly hosted at the White House included high-profile guests from politics, business, and entertainment. Critics argue that the use of presidential platforms and official visibility to promote a for-profit film raises serious ethical concerns and reflects a broader pattern of monetizing political influence. Public reaction appears largely indifferent rather than organized. There has been no formal boycott, but audience behavior suggests widespread disengagement. Analysts say this reflects growing frustration among Americans facing rising costs of living, housing challenges, healthcare concerns, and economic uncertainty. Many argue the documentary failed to align with public expectations of leadership and service, instead offering content perceived as superficial and disconnected from everyday realities. The film was produced with significant creative involvement from Melania Trump herself, including editorial control. Despite unlimited resources, major studio backing, and maximum exposure, audience interest has remained limited. The choice of director has also drawn attention. Brett Ratner, who directed the film, faced multiple sexual misconduct allegations in 2017. His involvement has prompted further criticism regarding judgment and values. Online platforms such as Letterboxd have seen unusually low ratings for the film, with users openly framing their reviews as a form of protest rather than simple critique. Media analysts note that the documentary arrives at a time when the genre is playing a crucial role globally, exposing injustice, shaping policy debates, and driving reform. Against that backdrop, the scale of investment in a project with limited public value has sparked concern within the filmmaking and journalism communities. Critics argue that the $75 million budget represents a profound misallocation of resources, particularly when many impactful documentary projects struggle to secure funding. As attendance remains low, observers say the film may soon fade from public conversation, remembered less for its content and more for the stark contrast between its ambition and its reception. For many viewers, the response is not political, it is practical. The message analysts say is clear. Audiences are increasingly selective, and projects perceived as self-serving or disconnected from real-world concerns are unlikely to succeed. This documentary's performance now stands as a case study in public trust, cultural priorities, and the limits of influence, demonstrating that even unprecedented spending and promotion cannot guarantee public interest.